Family members of fallen police officers in Springfield are calling attention tonight to a controversial mural in Springfield. The words "Black Lives Matter" are painted on the side of a building on Worthington Street, but it's not those words that have them upset. Western Mass News reporter Lexi Oliver joins us live in studio to explain. Lexi?
Chris, that's right. Survivors of officers killed in the line of duty tell us it's a letter in that mural that they want changed. And that's the letter T, which depicts blood stains dripping down a thin blue line flag.
Are disrespecting them, and it hurts us to see it there.
Family of fallen police officers tell Western Mass News they're upset over a letter painted on a mural in Springfield. Reading "Black Lives Matter," this artwork is painted on the side of a building on Worthington Street. You can see the T depicts a thin blue line flag known to represent police officers, painted with skulls and blood dripping down the side.
Yes, there are cops out there who do wrong things and bad things, but there's no need to paint the whole realm of police officers as crooked, bad, and corrupt. It's just not true.
Doris Beauregard Shakrella's husband and Morris Gavina's brother were working together as partners in the city of Springfield when they were shot and killed in the line of duty.
Their blood was shed on the streets to protect and to serve the city of Springfield. And to have that there is disheartening. It's upsetting, and we want help in getting it removed.
The women telling us the history of the flag is meant to honor officers.
It's what I said. It's the thin blue line is pretty much the police protecting from evil and bad things.
We took their concerns to others who worked on this mural. We're told 16 artists worked on the piece, each getting to paint their own letter with whatever they wanted. Mark Austin was one of the artists who worked on it and tells us the piece was created in 2020, and he believes the artist was trying to tell a story of what was going on in the country at the time.
I got the sense that he was just more so telling a story of the victims with his T. He didn't mean it to go against the police or the police department or law enforcement.
And he thinks it's important that artists be allowed to express themselves.
It's changing the mural, it's changing the message that he had intended, the artist, and that's a First Amendment right that needs to be protected.
Britt Rue of Commonwealth Murals was a member of a committee of people who organized this. She tells us they had several conversations with the families who were upset by it.
It's really hard to know that it's causing pain to these families. And I think that it's the conversations that happened between those families and the committee and the larger community that participated were really meaningful.
Rue tells us none of them were aware of the origins of this flag, but instead what it had been being used for.
The blood dripping down behind the bloody handprints on the letter are to represent people's pain and suffering. The flag in this letter was to represent efforts to stifle our expression of conversation and free speech. The counter-protests to the Black Lives Matter movements were the ones who originally misused this symbol, I think, in their counter-protests, and he was reflecting that.
And she says the committee has decided to create a plaque next to the artwork to provide context.
Art is symbolism. Art is not a mandate. It is not a law. It is an expression of the time.
Rue tells us the committee is hoping to have that plaque up next to the Black Lives Matter mural by the end of June. And Austin tells us he's offering his hand out to law enforcement in the community to work together on a mural for the city if they're interested. Live in studio, Lexi Oliver, Western Mass News.
Lexi,